Welcome, welcome all of you. Glad you are with us. Take hands, no need to be blue. Welcome to you. Welcome everyone to yet another edition of E.S.P TV, and a very special one it is tonight. Not only is this the very first night of our 3-month residency here at the Museum of Arts and Design, the subject of tonight's program is also one that's very close to my heart: public service. The program tonight is very scientifically designed to illuminate in exactly what ways E.S.P TV broadcasts in the public interest. And I'm glad we have a lot of young people here tonight, because this is going out to all of you. So we're going to have our first performer up here in a minute, Seven Tears. But first, here's a film you might enjoy from Martha Wilson.
Premiere. I am dramatizing the performance aspect of human behavior by reading a script in front of this video monitor. Individuals play at being themselves in order to realize themselves. So in a sense, all human beings are performing in front of video monitors or audiences, fictive or real, at all times. What this means for the concept of self is that the self does not exist as anything but a dramatic effect. The self others deal with is the image we project into a scene of action, and what is at stake is whether this image will be credited or discredited. For example, I am playing at being an artist in front of a video monitor, and what is at stake is not whether I am here, but whether I am successfully convincing my audience that I am an artist. Even if I were a con artist, I would have to use techniques everyone uses to convince my audience of my sincerity. What is most important to this piece is not what I am saying, but what I am not saying, what the audience reads from my eye movements, tone of voice, gestures, mistakes, and so on. If this were a real-life situation, the audience might exercise tact, protecting me from any hint that my performance is not going over. I am not being negative about play acting. A good performance transforms style into self, or style into art. Routine performance. Once an individual performs a role sincerely, he is able to incorporate the routine more easily into his permanent repertoire. I am going to perform in some manner that I see as desirable, in hopes that this performance will enable me to act in this manner again in the future. The routine I have selected is calm. For the next few minutes, I will be as calm in appearance as possible. This activity is ironic, however, because the person who is throwing himself into acting calm is paying so much attention to the play acting aspect that he is seldom genuinely calm at all. Consequently, my activity cancels itself out. I am making my body perform as calmly as possible anyway, though, limiting abrupt movements and embarrassed grins into the monitor. If I were in a real-life situation, some people would be taken in by my performance, responding to me as though I really am calm. This would reinforce my ability to continue the performance of desirable behavior on the one hand, but on the other it would throw into contrast my interior sense of how I feel and my perception of how others see me. I might feel either cynical or relieved as a result of interaction with others. In other words, I might be able to take myself in, or I might not. But I can't take in the video monitor, and I can't see the response I'm getting from the audience outside my own internal sense of audience. So in effect, the one-way nature of the situation allows me to decree my feelings. I assert that I am calm. Art sucks. Art making is a process which sucks identity from individuals who are close to it, but not participating themselves. The only way to recover identity is to make art yourself. In early June, I captured the soul of Richard's Jardin in a color photograph. As soon as I ingest the photograph, I will recover the identity that was drained from me in the past, and we will be of equal power. Appearance as value. The image I transmit to my audience is my ideal self, the self I am striving to live up to. Appearance is the performance of value. But as a performer, I am more concerned with engineering the impression that my standards are realized than living up to the standards themselves. I am not concerned with which is more real, the fostered impression or the interior sense I attempt to conceal. But my objective as an active and therefore moral human being should be to make my appearance and my internal sense of myself congruent. This would involve either laying open all my activity to public scrutiny and admitting all secret consumption, or raising my backstage behavior to the level of performance or moral behavior. The first tactic involves shame, the latter effort. I reject both. My solution is to play practical jokes on myself, to engineer mock serious disruptions of my projected definitions, to keep myself in touch with the distance between my projections and my internal sense. This does nothing to alter the structure of my perception, but at least it keeps the structure at issue. Simply airing this piece on appearance as value makes fun of my projected image of myself as a confident artist, while I assert that that is in fact what I am.
For an hour, and then we'll run back away.
Two souls separately buried, each in our own dumb meat. Neither one wants to feel like another thing in this world of things. Meet me, meet me, meet me where you blush. Meet me at your skin. Kiss me through the bars, unsmiling in pleasure. Meet me where you end, where the world begins. Holes instead of eyes, unsmiling in pleasure.
The more I grab at your hated parts and search you like a corpse, the more your tiny light peeks out. Is there anyone in I burn with contempt like the alchemist, redeeming this world of lead. White heat and blistering chemicals will tease gold out from the dead. Your skin, kiss me through the bars, unsmiling in pleasure. Meet me where you end, where the world begins. Holes instead of eyes, unsmiling in pleasure. Meet me where you blush, meet me at your skin, kiss me through the bars, unsmiling in pleasure. Meet me where you end, where the world begins. Holes and go wait a second,
and then we'll flee to separate rooms to cry.
Okay, everyone knows shooting speed is deadly. But some people take speed pills in excess or sniff meth crystals just for kicks. Even on Dexies and up pills, you can lose your looks.
Baby clown. Oh my God. How are you? It's been years. Oh, I'm good. I just got this job. You know, I've been playing statue since about maybe 3011. That's when it started. Anyway, I'm doing good. You know who I saw last week? Jerry Berry Terry Cloth. And she had work done. You could see it in the jowls and the eye droops. It was really clear. In fact, you know, she looks like she's about 94, maybe 95. Yeah, that's about it. And you know what? Good for her, though. If I could, I would definitely go up into the 90s, even though that's kind of a trend. I would say I would maybe go for like 83, 84 max. Yeah. I mean, that is if I had about 14 billion shares to spend. Well, wait, you didn't know about this? Reverse face pulls? They used to do that a long time ago. Isn't that strange? Yeah. I think it was something they did way back in the time of the Homo sapiens. Yeah, the Homo sapiens civilization. Wait, you never heard about that? What? What do they teach you in basic training school? My goodness. The Homo sapiens. I know. You don't learn about that because the Homo sapiens have all the power. There hasn't been a single non-Homo president of the International Government Shareholders Association for the past 2,000 years. That's right. And you know those weird, scary hetero-homo people? Yeah, they used to have all the power. They used to be the majority. Yeah. Well, the homos used to have to hide out in secret bars, and they worshipped a goddess named Judy Garland. And she was born in a manger, and she led these 3 wise men on a journey down a yellow brick road. I remember because we had to learn about it in church, and the apostle, Elton John, chapter 13, verse 12, sang about it in the good book. Goodbye, the yellow brick road. Remember that? Yep. And also, it had something to do with Jesus. Remember Jesus? The Jesus Show, it came on right before the International Government Shareholders Association Reality Fact News. Yes, the Jesus Show. Well, I knew it was going to go badly when he came back a second time. I mean, Jesus just got too famous for reality. Anyway, I'm perfectly happy with everything as it is right now, and I thank God and Judy Garland and Jesus for making me a clown. And since you don't remember anything about the ancient Homo sapiens, I'm going to sing you a song. It's an ancient spiritual, and this is how it goes. Let me see if I remember. Let's see. It's sort of coming to me, but it's going to take a little while, so I have to think about it. Back in the day, in the ancient times, it was definitely something that we sang all the time in church. Yep, it's coming to me.
Calls to me and speaks my name. We all live in the world. Some of us also live in our own worlds. It is in that spirit that we welcome you now to Mike's World.
Hello?
A world of wonder, inhabited by a person who was born to wonder.
I wonder what I'll do today.
A simple person struggling to understand a complex world. A very special someone. Uniquely well-suited to be an everyman. A man whose mission is to wonder continually who he is. And who is he? He is Mike. Secure in this identity, he can shake hands with life on its own terms in 45-second intervals, one day at a time. This imbues his spirit with hope.
I look out on the horizon and I see the future.
Having claimed his bona fides as every man, Mike's task is to bear witness to an everyday world. What does this world ask of Mike? Nothing less than a total commitment to puttering, hoping, tinkering, more hoping, dabbling, and of course, wondering.
What's my toilet doing on the television?
Plus the occasional foray into precariously optimistic entrepreneurship, earnest personal horizon expansion, and the pursuit of excellence, a quest never relinquished. That is the essence of Mike's greatness. Mike's world is a world of tiny details, details that others tend to overlook. This is the wind beneath Mike's wings, the fountain of his identity, the source of his satisfaction.
Coffee. A meal in itself.
Mike's world turns out to be not just one world, but a multifaceted amalgam of many different worlds. There's world of music. The world of dance. The world of high art.
Ce que je rêve, c'est un art d'équilibre.
The world of haute cuisine.
Garlic.
And let us not forget Mike's steadfast absorption with the world of television. From appreciation.
See what's on TV.
To production.
Now, Mike's a regular fella.
One day, Mike's soul became so flooded with hope that he was inspired to enter the world of business.
That's when I got the idea for my company. Music, Color, Musco.
As the world at large progressed, Mike made a valiant effort to follow suit, venturing into the complicated world of technology.
As the information superhighway continues to expand, artists will barely have enough time to sleep as they become the content providers for the future.
Let's not forget Mike's deep, though fleeting, personal commitment to the world of politics.
1984. Things are getting pretty scary.
This brings us to the world of today, popularly known as the post-9/11 world, to which Mike has adjusted with characteristic ease, following the dictum of his 18th century counterpart, Candide, to wit, all is for the best in the best of all possible worlds.
That's odd. I'm prepared.
And that is precisely how we, at this respected institution, hope you now feel. Prepared. Prepared to enter Mike's world. As you do so, take as your guide the words of the pre-Socratic philosopher Heraclitus. Men who love wisdom should acquaint themselves with a great many particulars. Because, as you are about to discover, we all live in Mike's world.